Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Battlefield 1 versus Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's right, these two shooter giants go up against each other in this very cool video. So yeah, two gameplays. So the first one is Battlefield 1, then we got some Battlefront 2 gameplay also, and that's gonna be pretty fun. So we're gonna join this game a little late. It's a domination, the Fall Fortress with the Rigotti, and this is pretty awesome. So anyways, so let's talk about Battlefield 1, and it's like a dice thing. And I know they do this with all these shooter games, all the other games in the market, you know. But these guys, they always seems to really fix the game like a few months after release, and the game is always so fun. Remember how it was with Battlefield 4, you know, how crazy it was, and then probably 8 months to a year later, it was just such a cool game. A little bit like this one, even though this game was not broken, more like kind of boring with the lack of weapons and stuff, but with the two DLCs that we got so far, the They Shall Not Pass and In the Name of the Tsar, this game it just got really good. It just got really good, and I like that. I like the different setting on these DLCs when it comes to map layout, and I like it a lot, man. I gotta say, I like it a lot. They Shall Not Pass DLC, the maps are pretty cool. They were fun, but I find that In the Name of the Tsar has so far the best maps in Battlefield 1. I like it. Not even these vanilla maps are that fun anymore. I just like those maps, like, you know, Albion, and I think that's the name of it, Albion, or how do you pronounce it? I don't even know. Or some of the maps, oh, Galicia, man, it's like wide open, like so cool to play in those maps. You know, you just bring these like different vibe, you know, to the game, and the new weapons are so cool too. You know, some of these weapons assignments are like I don't know, kind of boring to go for. So I probably won't unlock some of the optical versions, or you know, of the same guns. So I can unlock, you know, just one of them. But you know, some of these new guns are really cool, like the SMG-08. The Parabellum MG14 is awesome, man. That gun is a beast. Pretty good, just to name a few. I haven't unlocked the shotgun though, but the double barrel shotgun, but I'm gonna start working on it pretty soon. But this game just got a lot better with those DLCs. I know some people don't like the fact of, you know, had to pay for DLC and stuff like that, but I gotta say this: I don't pay for season passes, because I don't know if I'm gonna be playing the game in a few months. So season passes, I never go for it, but I do support the DLC if they're fun. You know, if it's worth it, then yes, you know. And so far, I got my money's worth with these two DLC so far for Battlefield 1. So like I say, DICE always does the same thing. Battlefield 4, it's the same situation, man. They fixed the game, they added more guns, they brought new maps, and the game ends up being like really awesome. So probably we got maybe what, 2 more DLCs, maybe 1 or 2 more DLCs left. So really looking forward now to see what's gonna be the new theme, you know, and the new weapons, because it just keeps getting better and better. So I like it a lot. So is this game terrible? No, it's not terrible. Maybe it was a bit boring at a few months ago. Yes, you know, I agree with some of you if you think the same way, because I was kind of bored. I was just playing about just going through the motion. But now I don't know, I just have some excitement with all these new guns and these weird new guns that we have, and they're so awesome. So cool. So it definitely brings something new to the table, and I enjoy that. You know, new guns and new maps is always fun to bring to, you know, to the table, to the game. You know, more stuff to enjoy, right? So, and like I said, the snowy theme is pretty cool. With really, that's one thing this game was missing. You know, the snowy maps is so cool. We got some building stuff, you know, like this one is a castle in the desert, and we got, you know, stuff like that. But so we needed the cool maps in the snow, and like really wide open, and that's just really awesome. And you know, kudos to DICE for doing that. You know, it brings something different to the mix. So you go from map like this one to wide open, and it just, I think it just makes it so much fun, and you know, more interesting in my opinion. But anyways, so I don't think the game is broken at all. This game plays really good, at least At least for me, I haven't had any issues, major issues. Although maybe a week or two ago, I run into problems with the servers. Servers were down or something like that. So yeah, I couldn't get any game. So I ended up playing something else. I ended up playing Destiny 2. So yeah, that's probably the biggest issue in the past few days. Other than that, everything is nice and smooth. Everything is pretty good with this game, and it's playing awesome. And it just keeps getting better and better. So good this game. So, and Star Wars Battlefront, which we'll be seeing in a little bit because we still destroying the enemy in this one over here. I'm gonna be talking about the beta. All right, so I got the gameplay videos from the beta, and well, the thing is, nothing really changed much from the beta to full game. Usually some guns get nerfed or buffed, or you know, little things like that, little tweaks, but for the most part it's what you're gonna play in the game. That's how you're gonna, you know, ended up playing. The maps are gonna look the same. They're not gonna add any different buildings or anything out of the extraordinary, more than tweaking stuff, you know, like I said, guns, vehicles, maybe a spawn system, you know, little things like that. That's what they fixed with beta. So I'm gonna base, you know, this commentary on my experience with the beta, which it was flawless for the beta. Flawless, it was not bad at all. Maybe other people ran into some issues, I don't know, but I didn't. And this was played on a PlayStation 4, by the way, so no issues for me, so it's all good. But yeah, they're so different, these two games, and it's funny if you happen to play one game after the other one. You know, you just like the whole reloading thing. One game you reload, the other one you don't have to reload. You get the cooling system, so it's just so different, man, and it's just so cool at the same time. Or at least I find it cool. You know, I find it like weird cool. It's like, oh, I don't have to reload. Things like, oh, I have a shield so I can protect myself and stuff like that. Over here, you know, you throw your health packs. There's no health packs in Star Wars Battlefront, or you don't throw ammo, you don't revive teammates, and maybe you do. I didn't know. So it's like so different, you know, the two games, and I think it's just awesome. But one thing that I find interesting between these two games is the fact that they share the same fan base, but I feel that the Battlefield fan base is stronger than the Battlefront fan base. So it seems like, I don't know, it seems like people are more like eager to play Battlefield than Battlefront, you know. I don't know why. Maybe you could tell me why, but it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But it seems like people really enjoy more, like when it's a Battlefield, okay, it's Battlefield, you know, it's so cool. Battlefront, it's like, but you know, it's alright, you know, it's okay. So I don't know if it's because it's Star Wars, I don't know if it's because it's the future, I don't know if it's because it's not Battlefield, you know, because you don't provide teammates, or you don't provide ammo, or because both games have vehicles, both games, you know, have like larger maps, infantry only gameplays, which by the way, both games will be infantry only because that's what I like. I'm not a big fan of vehicles, you guys know that. If you didn't know that, you do. So I think it's more skillful in my opinion, just to run around and try to get the kills that way. But anyways, and I don't have to worry about killing the vehicles, man, you know, so I think it's more fun. But anyways, so yeah, both games have a lot of the same or actually in terms of maps and stuff like that. Like I said, vehicles, you have them, the tanks, and you can fly jets, and you can do this galactic, you know, stuff now in Battlefront 2, which we couldn't in the first one. But like I said, I believe people prefer more Battlefield over Battlefront. For some reason, I don't know why, but they do. I think they do. Even the Battlefront is not a bad game. It's not a bad game, but it seems like maybe it's not as appealing, and maybe the first one didn't have a campaign, so maybe you could blame it on the campaign. Not having a campaign, at least to me, I don't know, it's an issue. I mean, not like a big issue, but I think shooting games, or most games, should have a campaign, because I think adds more character to the game. You know, it's more like personality to the game, having a campaign, having a story, you know, a character. Okay, so it's this, so you kind of like relate to more of the multiplayer aspect, and then, because I mean, at least for me, or what I do, or what I always do, regardless of the game that I play, with Battlefield, Call of Duty, Destiny, Titanfall, I did that with all those games. I always play the campaign first. I always play the campaign first. I like the story. I like to try the guns in the campaign, get acquainted with the, I don't know, maybe new sensitivity, new movements, new stuff. So for me, it's just, like I said, add more character, more personality to the game, right? So I do that, and then I move on to multiplayer, and then I don't play the campaign anymore. Unless I like it a lot, like Call of Duty 4, and you play it and replay it a few times. But for the most part, I do play the campaign at least once, but I do play the campaign because I want to know more about the game and what's going on. And then it's all about multiplayer. So at least that's just me, you know. And if they add zombies and stuff like that or whatever, you know, it's all good. But for me, the campaign is really important in games. So maybe the addition of the campaign for Star Wars Battlefront 2 will help it, you know, just to make it more interesting for some people. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. How can they make the game more, you know, like a bigger appeal, you know, in terms of getting more people interested in the game and wanting to play the game more, just like they do with Battlefield. Because like if they were announced 1 year Battlefront 2, right? Let's say when they announce it, you know, at E3 or any convention, whatever they were doing, okay, we announced Battlefront 2, and boom, you know, people get excited. But if they were to say, well, we announced Bad Company 2, or we're going to announce Battlefield 2, which is going to be Vietnam, people will go nuts, you know. People just like, wow, go crazy. So that's my point. I don't think Battlefront showed the same excitement as Battlefield for some reason. So I think it's the future setting, you know. I think that's what it is. Even though it's not bad, but it's not just the same. But still, both are great games. They're really fun to play. They're really cool. And yeah, there's nothing like really like groundbreaking. Although it's not groundbreaking, and you don't have to do these things. But let's say in Battlefield 1, you have the option to purchase shortcut kits. So, and I don't think these involve any DLC weapons. I think just the vanilla, you know, guns in the game. So you purchase shortcut kits, and they unlock all the guns for you and everything for you, and then you're all set. So yes, you have to pay to do that, which I don't see the need for it. I mean, I know what they do. They're trying to make more money, and of course makes sense. You know, a company trying to make money, it's all right. We don't have to do it. Is it pay to win? I don't know. Like, for example, we unlock this gun really early in the game, the Rigati, right? And you could arguably say that there's better guns in the game, okay? But I don't know. We can destroy some of the other good guns with this one. So if I'm up against a guy who will unlock the Mondragon or some of the other guns in the game that are what people say better than the Rigati, and I had this one, I think I have a good chance to destroy them too with the Rigati. So sometimes it's about the player too. So to me that would be pointless, for example, just to go ahead and spend the money trying to unlock all the guns when at the beginning you get a really good gun like this one. So I don't see the point. But anyways, and in the Battlefront 2, there's gonna be a similar system where you can purchase crates, you know, and the crates that give you all these cards and weapons and stuff that could help you out, you know, in the game, obviously. And yeah, so you pay real money, and you know, you hope to get a nice gun or nice card or, you know, whatever, and be like super powerful really early in the game. So that could be groundbreaking, and maybe, you know, like I said, also, you know, skill counts a lot, but those are the things that they also share in the game. So do I agree with these things? Honestly, I don't really care. I don't use it. I don't promote those things. I don't really think I need them, because eventually I am going to unlock it anyway. So it's not something like really like valuable for me to like, okay, you know, maybe if we invest $5-10 in this, you know, it's gonna be worth it, because, you know, No, we're gonna we're gonna end up with the same guns anyway. You know, maybe a week later. You know, depending how much you play the game. Maybe 2 days later. You know, you're gonna end up with the same gun that the other guy paid $30. You know, 2 days ago to unlock. So, maybe if we try to make excuses, let's say for people who, I don't know, are like really busy. You know, with work and have kids and wives, like too many wives, and can't play video games. But let's have a wife and a job that, you know, requires a lot of hours and they cannot play that much. I don't know, I'm just trying to make up an excuse for someone who maybe could use these. Okay, you know, maybe, you know, go ahead. But for someone who just like really play the game for a few hours a day and stuff and can unlock it with no problem, you know, there's no need to spend that money. So, all right, so this game we went 33-6, no bad for joining late, you know, with the Rigati, pretty fun destruction. So now we move on to Battlefront 2. So I'm gonna be using the heavy class because I like it a lot. You get more health with a heavy class, and I love LMGs. If you're watching Battlefield videos, you know I love LMGs, and that's what I use the most. What a lot, yeah, a lot of LMGs. We get a nice shield with this one, and I am going to be playing this game mostly in the third person, just because we have the option. You know, I think I'm gonna switch to third person for a little bit, but I realized that you know, third person was a little better, especially because you can like hip fire. In this game, you know, everything's from the hip. You know, there's no really, maybe with a gun with a assault class you can aim at the side through a scope. So here I switched to do first person, so I'm like, okay, so let's do it again, first person. But then I'm like, you know what, no, third person is the way to go. So anyways, so due to that, I think it's a lot easier to go third person in this game, you know, but that's just me. Maybe I'm wrong, and I have no problem going third person. Either way is fine, but I just wanted to maybe bring a little bit different, or the difference between the two. You know, that one you can play in first person, the other one you can play in third person. So it's good. You get to roll like this. There you go. You can roll your problems away. If the enemies are chasing you or trying to kill you, you just roll away. So anyways, this game, man, I have to say, if you're crazy about graphics, you're gonna love this one, because just like the first one, the graphics are just great. The game looks good, the sounds are awesome, the music is very awesome, everything is really on point, and it's very cool. So we're playing, in case you don't know, this is a game called Strike, and it's very similar to the Call of Duty World War II game mode War. So we are defending an artifact, like a little package thing, which is in the castle at this point to my left hand side. So the enemy have to go inside the castle, get the artifact thing, and then bring it to the ship, who is like behind me, and that's it. So the spawns or the map kind of gets bigger the moment the enemy captures the artifact. So like at this point I cannot push forward. This is the most I can go right now. So you're very limited. You know, you don't have much room to run to when you're defending. In my first gameplay, hopefully you watched that one, you saw me, I stayed in the castle, and it was cool sniping people with the LMG, right? And you get tons of kills. But this one I wanted to stay outside, but you know, that's it. This is your spot. So it's a fun game mode. Like I said, infantry only. It's very cool. It's a nice gun. I forgot the name of it. It's WMBK, whatever the name is. It's a very fun, very powerful, and you get all these little features like the shield, and if you place the L1 R1, you get this very cool like LMG, like super powered LMG. So you get like these little features in this game that we don't have in the other one. Although in the other game, they both share the idea of the whole hero thing, you know. So in this game, with the points you get to unlock like dark mode, ray, and all this stuff. In Battlefield 1, they just give it to you on the field. So you pick the super weapons, like I did in my previous game for Battlefield 1. You saw that one, and the monster, SMG, and then you destroy everybody. So they kind of share the idea of the whole hero thing, which once again I don't agree with that. I think it's like we don't need it. I mean, maybe for this game because it's part of the Star Wars, universe. Darth Maul and all these people. It's just part of the game, and maybe they want to add it in some way. Then okay, but I think for Battlefield, we don't need that. That's sort of that guy was not paying attention. We don't need the whole hero thing. Obviously not a hero, but it's super weapons, But anyways, so yeah, they share some of this stuff, and it's like I was saying, it's different. These two games from one to another one. So, and what else? I don't know. I gotta say that I like this game a lot. It's very cool. Still debating if I'm gonna get the full game or not, because I do want to play the campaign. I do, like I was saying, the campaigns are very important, and I want to play the campaign. So I want to see what kind of plot they come up with. Is it gonna be just like the movies? Is it gonna be like different from the movies? Because this is not their thing. They're like they don't own Star Wars, so I don't know how much permission they have to change things around when it comes to story. So who knows how that plays? How much money they have to pay in order to change things, or in order to use the Star Wars franchise names and stuff in the game. So it's just like a whole like royalty issue. I'm guessing, if you want to change things around, or if you want to do different things. I don't know how that works. But yeah, I want to see how the campaign plays. What it's like, and also the multiplayer is kind of cool, so not so bad. And I don't know, that's it. That's it. So that's it. But I do like this gameplay. Nice, smooth. The beta, nice and smooth. No problems, no bugs. I didn't encounter anything like whatsoever. Everything was just pretty cool. So it shapes to be or it's shaping to be a nice gameplay. If you enjoy the first one, you're gonna like this one. If you like Star Wars, you're gonna enjoy this game. It's a very cool. Or even if you enjoy shooter games, you're gonna enjoy this one also, because it's not a bad game at all. It's very fun. It's very cool, and yeah, maybe looking forward to maybe all the game modes. I remember in the first one when I played the beta for the first one, what's the game mode with the pods where you have to defend some pods or something like that. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know if we're gonna have that in this game, but mostly I like domination. So that's what I played the most in Battlefield and Call of Duty. But this game mode, it's pretty cool. We have one similar in Battlefield 4, kind of like, remember that? I forget the names, man. Where you go and get the bomb and obviously plant it in the bomb site, but if you drop the bomb, everybody could see what the bomb is. Which I thought that was not fair. Just do a lot more mystery to the game. So anyways, yeah, a bit of that in this game, but instead of planting the bomb on a bomb site, you just put the bomb in a plane, and that's it. So it's very, very similar to that. Basically the same game mode. So it's good. So attacking, defending, it's pretty easy. I always, unless you have a decent team, I think defending is always easier than attacking. Because you just defend. It's kind of like a campy situation where you just kind of wait for the enemy. You know where the enemy is. You know where they're coming from with the bomb. So it's really easy to plan your defense. Even if you are playing with a bunch of strangers, you know where the guy is going to. So everybody just go to a certain spot, certain location, and try to get some kills. I think if we didn't have the location of the bomb, and we have to kind of guess, where the bomb is, like search and destroy in Call of Duty, it will be more interesting, and I would love to see how it will play. This same game mode without showing where the bomb is. So it's a very cool idea, I guess. Maybe my idea. I don't know. Well, for the most part, I had a good time. It's just a fun game, like I was saying. It was just very cool. Nothing crazy. And this LMG, man, destroys. So this is why I chose this gun, man, because it destroys. It's just really good. Good cooldown system. Good damage. Good fire rate. Very well-rounded gun. So definitely my weapon of choice. And as you see, third person, I'm like, I'm enjoying this third person. Well, now first person, because I'm like, well, let's switch back a little bit and see. But no, it seems like the spread is like, we got a greater spread, bullet spread when what we are, or when I was on first person. On third person, it seemed like a little bit easier to get those. That's why I switched back to third person, and just to see how I roll too. But anyway, so in other words, man, both games are really great. You know, whether you like World War One or futuristic fiction type of stuff, you know, both games are great. They're fun to play, and you know, it's all about what you like. I enjoy both, and I highly recommend it. You know, if you like video games, you know, it's good. You play what you like. You know, I'm not here to tell you, oh, this game is terrible, don't play it. Even if I don't like a game, I'll tell you, you'll go ahead and try it. So hopefully you try the beta. It was a open beta over the weekend for anyone, you know, PS4 or Xbox or PC. Try the beta. I don't know if it's still going. I don't know how many days it's gonna be open for, but you can go and check it out if you have the chance. Play it, but don't play one game and say, okay, I like this game or I don't like this game, because that was a mistake that I made, you know, years ago. I used to just judge the game right away and say, I don't like this game, and this game sucks, it's terrible, I don't like it, and boom, that's it. And I think I forgot which game was. I decided just to keep playing, even though I hated it at first. I'm like, this game, I don't like it, but I just keep playing it, and I found the sweet spot of the game. I'm like, you know what, I like this loadout, I like this game mode, I like this, I like that. Like I said, I forgot which game was, but I just, once you found a sweet spot, I'm like, oh, I like this game now. This game is great. And you know, so that's why I'm actually, just don't judge the game. If you don't like it, it's a free beta. You don't have to pay anything unless you pre-order the game and you get it the 2-day early access. But anyways, it's a free beta, man. Nothing to lose. Play the game all 3 days, 2 days, you know, 5 hours, 6 hours, not just one game. Play for a while, and then you make up your decision, you know, if you like the game or not. That's the best way to do it. You know, you don't want to jump into any conclusions whether like I like it or not, don't like it. So take your time, play the game, and it's all good, man. It's all good. You got nothing to lose. You know, gotta love betas. You know, like free betas and stuff. It's gotta love it. You know, try the game much as you can, much as you want, and that's great. So definitely that would be my advice to you. And after that, if you decide to purchase the game, you know, great. If you don't want to purchase, great too. You know, there's plenty of games to play out there, where you're like Call of Duty, Battlefront, Destiny, and man, I don't know all the games that will be coming out, but there's a lot to choose from, so it's awesome. So we destroy these guys, man, really good, really good. Man, long range shots, love it. So this is why I love this LMG, you know, because you know we get to do a lot of damage, and like I said, it's a good cooldown system on this one, and I like the other LMG that we get over here, so it's very cool. So it's a fun game, man, and I love this game mode. Infantry only is the way to go, at least for me. I love it, and right now we are in overtime, but we're about to do this one. I'd like to win like right now, because that's it. We just destroy the guys. So they didn't have a chance though. We had a pretty good defense, so we won this one. We didn't get to be the MVP, but we got the most kills, so that's great. You get to see on the screen a little bit. So I think we went like 20 like 28 kills we got. So alright, thank you for watching. My name is Wild Child. Hope you enjoyed these gameplays, and I'll see you, my friend, on the next video. Alright, later.